Yeah. Smoking no endo. So put down the coke in the benzos. No opiate choking your mental.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. I'm super excited to share this video with you because I decided to redo my beauty room. And I know what you guys are thinking, like, I just redid my beauty room not that long ago when we just moved out of our old house. But I can tell you I'm just so over all of this white furniture. Like, I just wanted something darker. I wanted something more like bohemian style and just not so like white in here. So I did some DIY projects with some things like my vanity and my computer desk, and just did a bunch of woodworking and kind of did my own twist on something. So if you guys are super interested, then go ahead and keep watching. So the first thing I did was just declutter and get rid of some things. So the first thing you guys are seeing me do here is just cleaning out my drawers and just getting rid of stuff, going through the piles. And then I also sold some furniture. So I sold one of my IKEA Alex drawers, the tall one, and then I sold my computer desk and a few other things. I just went through like clothes, and I was just like in this huge declutter mood, so I was just cleaning. And then after that, I just moved everything out of the way to put these white Alex drawers to the side of where I wanted my computer desk to go. So this did not have a top, so I had to create one. So that was pretty tough, but it worked out really well, and I'm just super excited. But I do show you guys later on in the video if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieved the look of my vanity and my computer desk. They turned out amazing, so make sure you guys keep on watching. So as you guys can see here, I just moved, and the people who helped us move and my boyfriend accidentally nicked the top of my vanity in a few places here, and you guys can just tell it just doesn't look very good. So she definitely got beat up, but my goal is to go ahead and sand this down, and I'm going to be doing a really cool wood design on the top and like restain it and like just redo everything on the wood part. And then I'm actually going to create my own computer desk top as well. My main thing is my vanity and then the computer desk as well, because I need both of those. So my goal is to get those done as soon as I can, but with school and homework and stuff, it's going to be hard. But I am really determined to get both of these done and get them in place. And I have so many ideas for this wall in this area, and a new vanity chair and all this random stuff. And I also got a new makeup storage thing to put this in. I'm going to go ahead and put it like right underneath the window here. It's going to be like this retro, like mid-century dresser, which I'm super excited about. I probably won't show you guys all of that in this video, so if you guys want to see that, I'll probably already be up before my whole room makeover video. So I'll probably do like a organize my makeup with me in my new dresser, so definitely stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. Alright guys, bear with me because this is going to be very difficult to explain. It's just easier to see it than it is to explain it. Basically here, this is my vanity, and all I did was just frame the outside of the vanity, so kind of just created a box but with these little pieces of wood. And that's just going to make everything kind of connect and tie together, which looked amazing, by the way. But basically, after I framed the outside from each side of the wood, I divided it into two. So I took the total measurement and just divided it in half, and that's where I drew a line in the middle to understand where I needed my little pieces to meet up in a V shape. So I just measured how big the pieces need to be on each side and then cut them at a 45-degree angle using this miter box saw. I used the miter box saw as a guide, and then I used my hand jigsaw to completely cut the pieces because I would have been there for ages if I just tried to use the miter box saw. It just takes too long. So definitely use a saw, an actual saw if you have one, but I just had a little jigsaw. After cutting all my pieces and measuring out where I needed them to be, I went ahead and wood glued them and nailed them down to the top of the surface of the vanity. It was a little different for my computer desk because I didn't have a top already, so I just used plywood and measured out how long and how wide it needed to be, and then did this same pattern on top of the piece of plywood as well. And it just turned out amazing, and I hope you guys really, really like this because it was so time consuming, but it was so worth it. It's so pretty, and I'm just really happy with it. After I got all my pieces into place, I did go ahead and sand, or not sand, I went ahead and stained the wood. I used a walnut color in a gel stain. I like the gel stain way better than a liquid. It's just easier to control and just nicer to work with, and I'm just really happy with the color. The stain I picked up from Menards, but you could probably find this anywhere like Walmart or Lowe's, Home Depot, anything like that. My next project after doing my computer desk and my vanity, I went ahead and worked on my dresser. This dresser was so fun to work with. It's a mid-century, like retro themed dresser, and I was so excited when I found this. I found this dresser on the swap and ended up getting it for a really good price and ended up just doing a DIY project on it. I started by sanding down the entire dresser. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm like totally losing my voice. I don't know what's going on, but definitely just keep watching. I'm sorry that I sound horrible, but I'm trying to describe to you guys what I was doing. So basically, I just sanded everything down on the dresser and then wiped away any of the excess dust or particles. And then I went ahead and painted the frame. I show the paint later in the footage, but I only painted just the frame and I left the front of the dresser with this natural wood color. And then I use gold spray paint to spray paint some gold lines and have a little bit of a design on the front. As you guys can see in the future footage here, I absolutely had a nightmare and had the spray paint drip and just create a huge mess. So I was really upset that it was not working. So I had to go to the store and go find a different spray paint, one that was a non-drip one because it was just like coming out like liquid and it was just making a huge mess. And I was just so upset because I spent all my time taping off where I wanted the design to be, and here it was just dripping all over the place. And I was like, no. So definitely use a non-drip spray paint, but still, it still left like a shadow onto the wood, and I had to use a like a goo off type of spray that you have to scrub to get spray paint off of the dresser because it still left residue, which totally sucked, but in the end it turned out super cute and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did freshen up the pegs on the dresser and just freshened it up with a nice gold finish just to clean them up, and it turned out really pretty. So here I'm just doing a DIY project to make it look like wallpaper. I got tons of questions when I posted this on social media. I posted it on some of my stories and my Facebook. I was going to do a wallpaper, but those can be super expensive and can cost way too much. So what I did was just do this DIY project that I found on Pinterest. All I did was just line tape up from the top to the bottom of the floor. And what I did was just take a piece of cardboard and folded it in half and then smushed it at a diagonal line just to create more of type of V shape, and it just turned out amazing. I know it's not perfect and I know it's not super straight, but I did not want it to be super perfect or super straight. I wanted it to have some like more jagged edges or not perfectly filled in, and just I didn't want it to be perfect. That's all. So here I'm just hanging up this little wood metal sign. It's like a moon phase, I believe it's called. I will list it down in the description. I picked that up from Amazon, and I also picked up this chair from Amazon that I'm putting together here. and I am obsessed with both of these. These are pretty much staples on the finishing touches that just really transformed this room, and I'm so happy with. And it really wasn't that expensive. I believe the metal hanging was maybe like $13, and then this chair was $99, so about $100, which isn't that bad. I did sell a lot of my furniture and stuff in my beauty room that I had previously, and that really helped to get money for the other things that I really wanted. So that's a little tip for you guys. If you really want to redo a room but don't have money, really focus on what you could get rid of to sell and make money to put towards what you really do want in your room. That's what I always usually do if I want to transform a room but on a budget.